Jones and the GM here, they know each other.
Okay.
John Dorsey, they know each other real well. And John, the kind of John's assistant, Alonzo Highsmith, has known Paul for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they started, the GM and Alonzo started looking at, the success defensively that we've had at different places. And then they reached out to Mark Trestman.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Trestman said some good things, about me. And then when Freddie got hired, Freddie was at Alabama when I was. Freddie was a quarterback when I was a GA there at Alabama in '97.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, we knew each other for a long time. And one of his good friends is Jeremy Pruitt, the head coach of Tennessee. And he's, they lived upstairs from me. And so anyway, Coach Parcells, who I'm close with, when Freddie got hired, he reached out to Freddie on my behalf. He gave Freddie his first job at Dallas. So he got his first job with Parcells. And so then John reached out, the GM, and then Freddie reached out. And they wanted me to come in on an interview, and I let Craig know, and then came in on the interview yesterday, and they offered me the job.
Wow. Did you anticipate this when you signed the extension? Did you know this?
You know what? I didn't know, you never know, but I know that I found out that there was a lot of interest, I recently signed with Don Yee, agent out of Los Angeles. It's Tom Brady, and actually Coach Parcells hooked that up too. But it's Tom Brady and Sean Payton and some of the bigger name guys. So he reached out. And, there were some teams that had done some research, on me,
mm-hmm.
and so we knew that there was some interest. And then this one here in particular, it just seemed, like they'd really done their homework, and that they were, really genuinely interested in me joining them. And so, and I was able to join them in a senior capacity, and so look forward to, seeing what I bring.
What is your role with the team?
I am actually the senior defensive assistant. So
assistant. Okay.
Basically, I work very closely with the defensive coordinator, and I'm an extra set of eyes at all three levels, and that type of thing.
So why now, Chris? I know you've been around the league for a long time. You talked about how you're looking forward to completing unfinished business with the Riders. So why now make the move to one that it doesn't?
Well, I think that the opportunity, number one, you want to get in on the ground floor. First year of a contract with a head coach for the first year contract. You don't want to go in when there's a guy that's been there 4 or 5 years, and because you never know, it might be 1 year done. So
mm-hmm.
with this, and it could be, that still could be the case. But the thing is Freddie's. I've been knowing Freddie for a long time, and Paul Jones is very close with the GM here, and so everything I can gather about John Dorsey is nothing but positive. And like I say, I'm not getting any younger,
mm-hmm.
and so if I'm going to make this move, then the timing just seemed right. And so, and when I got here, they treated me really good and welcomed me with open arms. And, I know that they're interested in me being here, and so that's kind of how the decision came about.
How do you feel about leaving the Riders?
You know what? I love Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great ride. Exactly what I thought was true. The people, people get up in the morning, and the first thing that they do is they think about Rough Rider football. And, there's no place better for that in the league. And it's a testament to how much football does mean to the people there in Saskatchewan, and it's fun to be involved with.
You're really close with the staff. How did they react to it?
Love them.
Yeah, well, how did they react to it? Because you guys have been together since, I know, almost all of you since 14.
Oh, yeah, man. They're like family. And, it's a great opportunity. I think that, my exiting doesn't mean that they're not going to have success, because I think we have a very good operations group. I think we've got a very good coaching staff. And, I don't know, but I would assume that there'll be a lot of people basically moving up in the organization, so it allows them some growth. And like I say, they're family to me. They know I love them, and I'm going to miss them dearly.
Did this new salary football ops cap have any sort of weight on your decision dealing with that? I know you were frustrated with the pay cuts and that stuff. Did that have anything to do with you leaving?
Yeah, no, it didn't have anything to do with my decision. Certainly, I think that more so now than in the past, I think that, coaches have to, they can't just sit back and they have to take a good hard look at it now, simply because of the cap, because, you're landlocked basically. Mm-hmm. And, they're not doing that type of thing in U.S. football at the college level or at the NFL level. So, and you can't coach forever. So you got to try to make what you can. And, but like I say, it didn't weigh into my factor. It was, the opportunity was there. I think it was an opportunity for me to be like I say, not come in at the ground level, but be a senior type position. And, my opinion is respected, and, I'll have some say and that type of thing. So, it was important to get that, and it had to be the right fit.
So it really all comes down to connections, and you mentioned that too, the connections you have in football. That's really what it's all about, isn't it, these days?
Well, unfortunately, in this day and age, it's not just what you know, it's who you know. And so, it's one of those deals where the connections got me in the door, and they still don't know. They truthfully didn't know anything about it. They sat down yesterday, and we started going through, all the defensive stuff that we've used, and at that point they knew that it was going to be a good fit. And the defense coordinators, the former head coach that was at most recently at the Arizona Cardinals, mm-hmm. And he's been around the game a long time. So I shared a bunch of things with him, and he and I seemed to really hit it off from the word go. We went to dinner last night and stayed up, talked and stuff till late last night, and it looks as if it's going to be a really good thing. So
you in Cleveland now?
Yeah, I'm in Cleveland right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you always been a goal to go to the NFL, Chris? Has that always been a dream of yours, even though you've had a great career and a great life here in Canada? Was always been a goal to go to the NFL?
Yeah, you know what? I was talking to the equipment manager here. His sister is from his wife's sister, or maybe it's his wife's sister. That was calling today. She's from Regina.
Oh, really?
And his wife is originally from Regina also, or no, his wife is from Montreal. That's what it is.
Okay.
And but her sister lives in Saskatchewan, and so there's a lot of connections down here. I thoroughly enjoyed my 17. I spent 17 years.
I know.
And I have just some wonderful lifelong friends that have come from that league, and I don't regret a minute of spending the entire time that I spent up there, and there's a lot of memories. And certainly there's I love the players, I love the coaches, and then I've got 4 championship rings that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't gone up in that league. And so
Yeah. All right. Well, it's surprising, shocking. It's if you probably don't follow Twitter that much, but it's rocked the world up here, Chris. I think you might have expected that, didn't you, when you made that decision that it would send shockwaves through Saskatchewan?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's I don't ever think about that kind of thing. It was a tough decision, certainly. It's something that wasn't like I was, just jumping here, there, and everywhere. We spent 3 years there. I think we moved the organization in the right direction. Some people may disagree and that type of thing, but we did everything in our power to try to win a Grey Cup. We fell a little short of our goal. There's some unfinished business there that I feel like that this group of coaches and administrators and operations people, I think that we've got the right people there to win that thing, and I'll certainly be following it very closely. And I wish, like I say, I wish nothing but the best for Saskatchewan and the league.